What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Be Hero X, this time with episode 5. I believe we'll be starting out a new arc, maybe not arc, but focusing on a new hero. I think the one that we saw at the end of the episode, although the entrance was very much villain-like, so I do wonder what's going on with that. I wonder if there's maybe a villain that's taken on that hero's appearance, or if that's like the end of this hero's story, but we just saw it last week. Like, we'll be in the next 3 or 4 episodes, we'll be seeing the beginning, and then that kind of scene at the end of last episode was perhaps like the final episode of his story, if that makes sense. Yeah, who knows? But I really enjoyed last week's episode. I think it was a lot stronger than the one beforehand, so hopefully we can continue like that today. Let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. We've got Batman. Did you just kill them? Yang Chan. Okay. What does that mean? Year 36 after commission. Also this guy kind of took over after him. Oh, I see. So after commission of the initial hero, and this is 16 years after that happened to this kid. Okay. And again, I assume that a little bit like nice. This guy probably took over for him in a different way. Hopefully. Lucky Leah something. So he hasn't took over Esau. He imitates him. Okay. We got to be wonky, doesn't there? Hey, someone shut this kid up. Oh dear. And now they're all on his side. Someone take out the kid. He's ruining our profits. Wouldn't be awfully surprising. Oh, she's got a kid? Oh, sister. Eto. I don't think that's anything. Like, I can understand why you'd be embarrassed of that, but I don't. I really don't think that's anything to be embarrassed of. I think I'm not a woman, but I'd find that quite endearing if the girl I liked was doing something like that. I'd feel like she'd be a really nice person. I'm not sure how that is from a girl's point of view, but I can't imagine it being too dissimilar. Not quite, not quite a Peter Parker. That's a good point. How do you start building up a trust value in this universe? Surely your like parents or friends would trust you, and that would add to it, right? I guess they've got to trust you as this person. I think someone did explain it to me in the comments last week, but it was quite a lot to take in. Thank you for commenting that, by the way. Not something I'm awfully hung up about. The intricacies of how that specific thing works isn't like the most important thing ever, is it? This this is one of those old man kids. This isn't. Those kids that are like 20 years old. Yeah, I get where the kid's coming from. The genuine appreciation for the hero and such probably felt a bit more powerful before. Felt more legitimate, even though it was further away, if that makes sense. So I assume I was right about what happened at the end of last episode. I can't assume this guy would be killing anybody, in it, especially that an innocent girl. So what the hell led up to that? Is something I imagine we'll cover in these 3-4 episodes. It's quite funny, isn't it? It's usually like you got to tell someone your true identity from the point of being a hero, tell them your true civilian identity. But this one is actually like, I've got to tell you my fake hero identity. Again, I don't think he's got anything to be embarrassed about. Oh, this probably, as soon as I said that, this probably does feel a bit embarrassing. Okay, top three. I think that's something very real in the job sector today, to be honest, isn't it? The fact that jobs want you to have experience. So how are you ever meant to have experience in work when you can't get a job because you need experience? It's one of those very paradoxical things. Something sounds way too good to be true like that. You should never fucking pursue it. If something can give you a whole life, it's reasonable to suspect that it could take your life as well. I think that's always a good kind of theory in terms of like stuff like that. If you stand to gain this much and be this lucky and have something this could happen to you, actually more likely you stand to lose something of that worth instead. I think we see her in the opening. She's some kind of idol hero, I guess. You know what? I do relate to this guy. I do relate to him. Like, not much nowadays, but you're like a teenager. It's like, oh, so many better like options they have. They're talking to so many better guys. So chance to even stand. There's no point. It's very easy to psych yourself out of stuff like this, especially if you've already experienced being denied in that same situation. So is the kid the target? Okay. Brilliant. Go be a hero. Moomin Rider. He basically is Moomin Rider right now. He's done pretty good to keep up. Pretty damn good. Yeah, like you guys care about traffic right now. You've abducted a kid. Get up! He's lost him now, unfortunately. Oh no! Hey, let's go. Oof. I hope the kid's okay. Hope he was tied in there. That's also quite amazing, isn't it? At this, you get the actual like him actually doing like proper work like this, and then you get that whole staged competition event and all that bullshit. And they should be out doing work. Surely his trust value's got to go to 1 right now. I'm not sure how much that would do, but that kid has got such a punchable face. Oh shit! Using the failure to help. Let's execute him. There it is. One. So that might be the most powerful. Like, sorry to pause. I'm gonna rewind this whole segment. Really like this. Again, it reminds me a little bit of like early My Hero Academia, same kind of vibes. But just love that kind of feeling. That it might be you see so many hero movies and such, but that feeling of like a moment like this really is always very powerful to me. But what I was gonna say there is you might have 10,000, 100, a million. I think the most powerful number you can get with something like this is one, because you're going from absolute nothing to a whole. And even if that whole is times by a million, it's not quite as powerful as that first one. If that makes any sense, me saying that. I mean, it doesn't, but that's just like a feeling, if that makes sense. And yeah, we see the power of it here. Sometimes it can feel like the additional ones and such are a bit less consequential than this initial moment right here. Ah, hold on, bro. You know what? It does now make me question, like, again, now the question is, like, does he take over for Esol? Is that actually him, or is that the actual Esol that we see, like the real one going about? That's not quite like the nice situation which I mentioned earlier. It might end up being like that. But... Again, he really doesn't strike you as the type of person to kill someone. Take it off, bro. This guy, he's got the worst fucking timing. I think he's probably gone viral. Is what I assume has happened here. As soon as I saw that girl recording, I was like, yeah, stuff like this just does go viral, doesn't it? Though I say that, how many? We won't ever know, but how many things like maybe not similar to this, but things like incredible things have happened and been recorded live that hasn't ever kind of popped up and maybe been taken off by like the government or something. I imagine quite a lot actually. This is obviously not one of them, I don't think. But yeah, good episode. Like I said, I did initially think he had already taken over before he sold, but and that might happen in the future, but it doesn't look to have initially happened. I'm not really sure what's going on with the competition, but I assume it's a competition for the successor of Esol and the identity. So yeah, again, it just now begs the question like how, and if that is him here in the ending, he does look slightly different if this is him. I think it is. Might not be. Looks a little bit more extravagant, like the gold and stuff. But yeah, it's like, how the hell does he in span like 2 episodes get from here to there? Or even if it might not even be him. Like I'm just assuming if he does take over, that would be him in that ending sequence. Maybe this is like, not sure about the timeline, but it could be the oldie soul that killed the teleportation girl. But yeah, really good episode today. Like I said, something really powerful about this. I think that's something comic. I haven't watched comic book movies. I've maybe seen a couple in like recent years, but I just kind of stopped watching them just because it just got boring, just got tiring, seeing the same kind of structure of story over and over again. And I say structure of story, you could barely call them a story at some point with like the Marvel movies and such. It was just like fan service. The movie. There wasn't much structure at all. So yeah, I just like, I have really bad kind of superhero syndrome. Not sure that's the word for it. Superhero movie syndrome and such. Got super tired, but it's just like stuff like this. It's not anything majorly new or anything, but when you do something simple, well, and powerful, I think there's something awesome about that, and I think this like lacked that a bit. They almost try to be too complicated, try and add too many kind of references and things in and little jokes and bits here and there to those movies. Whereas if they just stayed simple like this and just got the basics right, like this show did here, it's so much more powerful. But yeah, I love this scene at the end with him getting his first trust value. As I said, maybe the most powerful he'll ever get. And pretty decent setup here. I like the kid. The kid was cute and really cool actually. As we got to know him, he was a little bit obnoxious to start off with, but aren't most kids. I do wonder what's going on with this, because it kept saying 34 years and someone during the episode, but there's 36 here, so maybe that's just a typo or something. I don't really know. I was kind of confused about that, to be honest, but again, no big deal. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Again, awesome first episode. Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 6.